can we have a conversation about why diesel, a waste product of making gas, is on average 30 to 60 cents per gallon more? I think this whole idea that diesel is a waste product from making gas is something from the old days or something, because it's just not, and it doesn't make any sense to say it is. And as a matter of fact, diesel has significantly more energy density than gasoline. And so when you think about it in those terms, if you're buying a gallon of gas, what are you buying? Now, you think you're buying a gallon of gas, but what you're buying is a gallon of energy. And you get more energy in a gallon of diesel than you get in a gallon of gas. And the energy is what you're buying. So, if you're paying 45 cents more for a gallon of diesel than you are a gallon of gas, then you're basically paying the exact same price for the same amount of energy. Because what you are comparing here is, say a gallon of diesel is pushing a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton pickup, say, down the road. That's significantly heavier than a car or even a light pickup. And if you had a gas burning engine in that 1 ton pickup, good luck even passing a gas station without having to stop and fill it up. Let's be honest. What I'm saying is what you are asking out of a gallon of diesel is much more significant and much more work than what you are asking out of a gallon of gasoline. So even though you're paying more for the diesel, you're getting just as much bang for your buck out of that gallon of diesel as you are a gallon of gas. As far as why it's more expensive, there's a lot of reasons. First, taxes, state and federal taxes are higher on diesel than gas. If I remember correctly, it was 2005 or 6 when we swapped over to ULSD, ultra low sulfur diesel, that brought it down to below 15 parts per million of sulfur. That makes it more expensive. But it's also much more exposed to global markets than gasoline is. Diesel is heavily exported, much more. It's an industrial fuel, so you're not just competing with other vehicles on the road. You're competing with an industrial and manufacturing fuel that's used in many, many instances in many different types of scenarios across our economy. I tell people all the time, diesel runs economies. Gasoline runs cars. And you'll see diesel prices rise in the winter when it's competing with more usage of distillate fuel, home heating oil, things like that. So, to summarize, diesel is in no way either a byproduct or a waste of gasoline. And I know you can probably go online somewhere and find someone that says that, but it's not true. It is a more energy efficient and more dense source of energy than gasoline itself. It's a better fuel than gasoline. How can it be a waste? So that's the thing. What you're buying is energy, and you're getting more energy for that slightly more expensive gallon of diesel than you are for a gallon of gas. So technically, you're not really paying any more for it. Thanks.